Yo, what's up, y'all? Phil James. So, a lot of people should guess that we have this technology. We use this technology, and it's been used numerous times against us. A lot of people have heard of the Harris Corp Stingray. Now, the Stingray is an older version of what I'm about to show you. I found a couple articles in the past couple days about these new things, and it's pretty insane. So I just want to show this. I'm not going to go through this article at all, but I'm going to give you an idea. So U.S. Marshals have their own cell phone data slurp fest, and this came out November 18th, 2014, right? And basically what this says, I'll leave links to all these descriptions, or all these links, or I'll put links for all these articles in the description. Oh my god, it's early. I wish I could talk. You can see 8:08 in the morning. I don't like mornings. But anyways, U.S. Marshals put these things, they're called dirt boxes or DRT boxes, and they are made by the DRT company, which is, let me make sure I tell you this right. It's a subsidiary of Boeing, as you can see right there. They are equipped with DRT boxes, popularly known as dirt boxes, made by a subsidiary of Boeing. What a surprise. Boeing's got their hand in just about everything, it seems, huh? Whether it's chemtrails, solar simulators, or God knows whatever else. But anyways, it's direct direct receiver technology is what it stands for. But anyways, what they did, they put these dirt boxes on 5 Cessnas and flew them around big cities, and they went from 5 airports in the continental U.S., right? And they were able to cover the majority of the country. And what these things do is trick your cell phone into thinking that the box on the plane is a cell phone tower. Now, what's that mean exactly? That means instead of you calling on your cell phone and calling your good friend or your family or making videos to put on YouTube about these cocksuckers, pardon my language, this just really irritates me, your cell phone data, calls, texts, sound recording, everything goes through these boxes hooked to these planes instead of through a local cell phone tower. These things are able to break algorithms and intercept call data. They can triangulate your position, and I'm guessing they're capable of figuring your location out with your phone location being turned off. Like I always say, I have everything on my phone that's Google related, disabled, force stopped, and shut down. Always delete any cache, always delete data. And then on top of that, I always have my location off. I do not allow any of my apps to give location data. I do not allow any of my apps to record audio unless I'm making a video. I do not allow them to use the camera, nothing, because I don't trust anything. But with this kind of thing, I don't think it matters what you do with apps or what you do with phone calls. I think they can still get just about anything. And the worst part is, they can listen to just about every cell phone carrier there is with this direct receiver technology. Now, this is just an old article, and I wanted to show how old it was, right? Because this is 3 years ago. Now, since then, obviously, there's been a lot of upgrades since then, right? So let's go ahead and go to the next article. Chicago and Los Angeles have used dirt box surveillance for a decade. A decade! And this was August 7th, 2015. So, still just over 2 years ago, but they've been using it for a decade. So, there's 10 years of Stingray / dirt box technology or cell phone interceptions made by Los Angeles and Chicago. Now, I understand that these cities, have big crime rates, big drug problems, and so on and so forth. I get that. A lot of murders, a lot of big crimes. But it still boils down to they can't control what cell phones they're intercepting or what cell phones are using these dirt boxes as a cell tower. You see what I mean? So that means some good, innocent American doing nothing is making a phone call to their significant other or sending a photo, because God knows everybody sends nudes now and everybody's sexting. They're picking that up, by the way. That's the problem. These are people that have no right to be spied on. You know, this is the problem nowadays. Everybody's, you know, not concerned with the privacy issues that we have in this country. We've lost any privacy we thought we had. All of it. This might make people think twice when there's a plane flying over their head, if whether or not their phone is going through it. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're sending pictures, they're picking it up. You're making a phone call, they're listening. You know, you're sending text messages, they're seeing it. And it's not like it's recorded and they go back and listen later if they feel the need. No. These new dirt boxes that are out now this year are able to intercept 10,000 cell phone conversations at one time. Okay? These things are able to do it in real time. So, what's that mean for us? That means we cannot do anything, and Big Brother and all the alphabet agencies are so far up our ass that if they spit, it comes out our mouths. That's basically where we're at. So far up our ass that if they spit, it comes out of our mouths. So, this is horrible. Like I said, there will be links to all of these articles in the description below. So, I'd highly recommend coming and reading through these. Like I said, I'm not going to go through all these, though, because here, in Chicago, the digital receiver technology equipment was purchased in 2005 with funds collected in asset forfeiture cases. In Los Angeles, the police department purchased a package of digital receiver technology equipment with $260,000 in Homeland Security grant funding. The sole source purchase was approved unanimously by Los Angeles City Council in 2005. But both departments also use Stingrays, a more commonly known cell site simulator manufactured by the Florida-based Harris Corp. Now, 2005 is when these were purchased. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you just their website. This is what these things look like. Flexibility without compromise. Our wireless test equipment is the smallest and lightest on the market. Well, I'd say so. It's a box, and it acts as a cell phone tower. They're able to pick cell phones up from, I think it's 1/3 of a mile. Anything within it, like 1/3 of a square mile or something. They're also capable of, like I said, recording or listening to 10,000 phone calls live. So when they hook them to planes, that range is increased greatly. I've been looking at CB radio technology and how it works, right? So the higher your antenna, the more range you get. You know what I mean? The more powerful your antenna, the more range you get. And I'm looking into it because during 9/11, all cell phones shut down because too many people were trying to make cell phone calls. So in a crazy time, what do you think is going to happen? I highly recommend people get CB radios, whether it's a handheld or a car mounted or a base station. It does not matter. But you can amp that system up, you can peak and tune it, and you can get a lot more range out of it. So just a little thing to think about. But powerful and portable SDRs that can handle harsh environments. Yeah, this is their website. I don't really think you need this link just because I just wanted to show you what these things look like. It's the Stingray, which, you know, is able to intercept phone calls and whatnot on steroids, because they claim Stingrays couldn't get pictures, couldn't get data, you know. These can. That means they can know what you're looking at. If you're doing your thing, and you're someone watching some porn, they would know. That's what this boils down to. Any sort of data off your phone, they can intercept it. So this is madness. I've never heard of this website, but I went ahead and put it on here because this is relatively new. Saturday, November 11th, 2017. I don't know if I said, but today is November 13th. It's Monday. It's 2017. Sorry for throwing it in now. As DRT boxes track Texans from planes, considering options for restricting government cell phone surveillance. I don't like this article though, because it's like making it seem like kind of like not a big deal, a little bit in my opinion. So we're going to go to this one. The Goldwater. So November 12th, 2017. Texas National Guard using dirt boxes on surveillance planes to spy on cell phones. And notice that, it's Texas. We've been saying it. People like Richie, people like myself, it's a war on Texas. Why? We've gone through it numerous times. Texas is considered hostile to the Fed. Texas is, has their own gold supply. Texas has all their own resources. Texas is basically a country by itself, and they would like to be one by themselves. They also have patriots there who don't stand for shit like this. They also have gun owners there that don't stand for shit like this. So, Texas National Guard installed cell phone devices on surveillance planes, leaving some quarters to question if such move has privacy and constitutional due process concerns with the use of such technology. For such project, the Texas National Guard spent a whopping $373,000 last year to install such technology meant to serve as cell phone eavesdropping devices in secret surveillance aircraft. Maryland-based Digital Receiver Technology, Inc., or DRT, was tapped to install two of its DRT 1301C portable receiver systems in National Guard aircraft in partnership with the Drug Enforcement Administration. The contract stipulates that the dirt boxes are to be used for investigative case analytic support and counter-narcotic operations. The devices were bought using state drug asset forfeiture money. Who actually thinks they're just going to use it in investigative purposes? Who actually thinks that? It's a little hard if you're flying 6 miles above the surface of the earth to not pick up all cell phones that are going through that box because they think it's a cell phone tower. So how they can say they're only using it for investigative purposes is absolute bullshit. So here's where you get a little bit of info about how these things work. Dirt boxes can do a lot. They mimic cell phone towers by tricking every smartphone within a geographic area of up to 1/3 of a mile to connect with the technology. Cell phone users or telecom companies usually are not aware of the existence of such devices. The devices also serve as cell site simulators and can be used from land or air and are capable of intercepting the user's location, phone numbers dialed, text messages, and photos, as well as recording or listening to phone calls. Wow, is that not scary? I mean, everybody should already have a very good idea that they do this. I mean, I had a letter I received here at my house years and years ago when law enforcement were messing with us really hard here. It was an admittance to them tapping the phone at my house when we had a home phone. But then, years later, we're just supposed to expect them not doing it? Yeah, right. Come on. That was home phones. Cell phones changed the game. They want to keep ahead of it. Damn, it's cold out here. Some privacy and civil liberties advocates are raising serious issues with the use of said devices, however. They describe the dirt boxes as a digital dragnet because it is almost impossible for the government to avoid intercepting personal information from innocent cell phone users while on the mission to pursue their investigative target. You don't say. The eavesdropping devices were installed in 2 RC-26 surveillance planes used for counter-narcotics operations. And then it goes on to talk about the article I showed about the U.S. Marshals, and that was in 2014. But basically, once again, it's a war on Texas. They're listening to everything, and the Marshals were able to go from 5 airports around the country, and were able to eavesdrop damn near in every state. So this is something to think about. They can get all data from your phone. They can get all pictures, all texts, all phone calls, all numbers dialed, and your location. And I'm sure it does not matter if your stuff is turned off. And it's not just off of like one type of, cell phone carrier. It's all carriers. It's all 4G LTE. It's all 4G. I'm sure it's going to cover 5G, because I'm sure DRT has technology out with the 5G already ready on the market, about to hit the market. You know what I'm saying? And we got to think 5G, when it comes out and is completely implemented everywhere, it's going to be much worse. We also have to think that, once all cell phones are running off 5G, DRT boxes are going to be even more invasive, because 5G is faster. The upload and download speeds are outrageous, and this technology is going to be much more capable, I'm guessing. So something to think about. Just wanted to throw it out there. Like I said, there will be links in this description for all of the articles I showed you. Check them out, read it up. You'll have a little bit better idea. I just wanted to go ahead and throw it out. But alright, y'all. Peace.